Okay. Hi. Cast, welcome. Audience, welcome. So excited to have you all here tonight. Good evening, and welcome to our Friday evening production of A Midsummer Night's Drink, presented by Pick Your Poison Productions. This is, oh Lord, our fifth show. Woo! And we have very recently passed our 1 year anniversary, and we are just beyond delighted to have had so many of you supporting us for this full year. As the world opens up, life gets weirder and stranger. But it's been really, really fun to continue making art in this way and being able to work with performers who are almost literally all over the world, but it's mostly it's mostly the United States of America and Nathan in Ireland. But we're so pleased to have him keeping us global. Anyway, I'm Sarah Dernesk. I am the director of tonight's performance. I'm one of our co-producers. Ariel is our other co-producer. And we were just tickled, I think, to have all of you here. I would like to introduce our performers, beginning with King of the Fairies himself. We have Tyson Hamilton playing Oberon and THESEUS. Then we have I'm going in order of that they were listed, not in the order on your screen. I'm so sorry, otherwise I forget people's names. For Queen of the Fairies and of the Amazons, we've got Dani Carr. Feel free to wave, folks, as we go along. Puck and PHILOSTRATE is being played by Shawn, Adiletta. HELENA, played by the wonderful Barbara Burns. DEMETRIUS is Chase Byrd. Lysander is Dani Burke. HERMIA is Ariel. Bottom is played by James Freer. We've got QUINCE and EGEUS by our international Nathan Patterson. Flute and MOTH, or Thisbe, is Emma Kingsvine. Snout and Mustard Seed, played by Danielle Cogan. Starveling Cobweb, played by Leah Griff. And Snug Peas Blossom, and our stalwart narrator for the evening is Calvin Bryan. So hello and welcome to our cast. Now I'll go in the order that we are on screen to ask everybody what activity you are doing this evening. Because as many of you might know, having seen our previous shows, tonight is not a traditional production of Midsummer Night's Dreams. No, it is in fact Midsummer Night's Drink, and we are all going to drink quite a bit. Or work out, or snack, or I've heard some audience members have elected to choose other activities.
Oh.
Your choices are your own, my friends. So, Demetrius, would you please share what you are doing this evening? How are you indulging or punishing yourself?
Oh, I'm drinking. And I'm drinking a little Midsummer martini.
Ooh, thematic. Helena?
I'm doing squats.
Brilliant. You're going to be, you know, as I joked already on Instagram, Barbara burns her thighs by the end of this. Lysander?
I'm drinking sparkling water.
Wonderful. Keep hydrated. It's critical.
Mm-hmm.
Hermia?
I am drinking a hot toddy.
Fantastic. Puck?
I am doing a mini juice cleanse with this homemade gross juice smoothie.
How very healthy of you. And Theseus, Oberon?
I will be drinking pure concentrated caffeine and Coca-Cola.
Ooh. Not sponsored, though, let's be clear. Hippolyta or Titania?
I will be drinking my beverage of choice, Dr. Pepper, so joining my erstwhile lover in our caffeine train.
I did not cast that way on purpose, but I'm delighted that that's how it worked out. The caffeinated king and queen. Bottom?
I am actually having a vanilla old fashioned, and it's wonderful.
Delightful. Starveling Cobweb?
I am drinking wine out of a mug with a mustache.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Our narrator, Snug?
I am squatting while displaying the prompt.
Yes, he's going to help all of you keep track of when the cue words pop up, which we will get to shortly. Snout, Mustard Seed?
I am destroying this jar of Nutella.
And we're all so worried for you, but it's gonna be great. Flute, Thisbe?
Hello, friends. I've got my rainbow tumbler, and inside is a rosé vodka spritzer with fresh mint leaves. Ooh.
Refreshing. And last but certainly not least, EGEUS, Quince.
It's gotta be Bailey's.
Lean into the stereotype. I love it. And it's delicious. I might switch to Bailey's later if I feel like it. In order to keep all of these beautiful faces in the order we intended, I will have to drop out. But please understand that during the show, I will be drinking iced tea mixed with rum, because that's the kind of Friday I'm having. So you won't see my face, but trust me, I'm going to be drinking plenty along with all of you at home, whatever activity you choose. Before I drop out, though, let us have, delivered by Flute and Snug, the rules for tonight's performance, if you will, please.
Hear ye, good evening, fays and ephemerals of all kinds.
Tonight's production of Shakespeare's most iconic comedy, A Midsummer Night's Dream, or rather, A Midsummer Night's Drink.
It is a drinking game for you, the audience, and for we, the actors, alike.
Now, there's many ways you can choose to participate in this game. You may drink to the bottom of your glass. Work out like a lover in the hot pursuit of their beloved, or feast like a fairy on the Q word, as we each have chosen an indulgence or punishment.
Now, you may choose an indulgence of some kind, drink deep of a heady beer, a nice mixed cocktail, or refreshing wine.
Or if you'd rather, perhaps just sip a coffee or a Red Bull on every cue.
Now, if you're feeling peckish, perhaps you could snack your way through the show instead. Crunch on crisps or munch on M&Ms. Just not on your friends, please.
You may choose a punishment rather than an indulgence if you're feeling so inclined.
Ooh, you could do a push-up, a sit-up, a jumping jack, or a squat if you're feeling up to the challenge.
Whatever activity you choose, be it indulgence or punishment, please know that we recommend moderation at every turn.
Yes, the game element should only add to your joy in this experience.
Should you reach your limits in safe participation, or whatever indulgence or punishment you have selected, please know, feel free to tap out, sit back, and enjoy the rest of the show in relaxation.
Now, to make things easy for those of you participating, your cue words this evening are the title of the show. Drink for summer, night, and dream.
Remember that take a drink is a placeholder for whatever you have selected.
Now, the cue is triggered over 80 times. 80 times over the course of our performance. So again, moderation is key.
However you decide to participate or not within the game, we sincerely hope you will enjoy the show.
And my friends, without further ado, get ready, because it's your first cue. Pick Your Poison Productions presents A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Drink!
All right, there's going to be a little more ado because I forgot to explain the technicals. Just so you know, folks, I'm bopping out, but the cast is going to stay on your screen the whole time. If their screens are bright and lit, they are on stage. If they go dim and dark or darker, they are off stage, as I was attempting to illustrate. There we go. Just to help you along with our technicalities. But they are going to stay visible because we want you, the audience, to find and feel a connection. By which we mean we're going to keep drinking through the whole show, and we want you to know that it's happening. So the cast will remain visible for all of this to keep you company while you indulge or punish yourselves. So now, without further ado, I'm going to disappear and let you enjoy the magic that is A Midsummer Night's Drink.
Our story begins in ancient Greece, Athens to be precise, in the palace of THESEUS, a few days before the hero's wedding to the Amazonian queen, HIPPOLYTA.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon, but whew, methinks how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires like to a stepdame or a dowager, long withering out a young man revenue.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Go, Philostrate, stir up the Athenian youth to merriments, awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth, turn melancholy force to funerals. The pale companion is not for our pomp. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, and won thy love doing thee injuries. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling.
Happy be EGEUS, our renowned Duke.
Ah, thanks, good EGEUS. What's the news with thee?
Well, full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And my gracious Duke, this one hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes, and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung, with feigning voice, verses of feigning love. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And my gracious Duke, be it so that she will not here before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens, as she is mine, I may dispose of her. Now, which shall either be to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid, to you your father should be as a god, one that composed your beauties, yea, and one to whom you are but as a form in wax, by him imprinted and within his power to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In themselves they are, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father looked but with my eyes.
Rather your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires, whether if you yield not to your father's choice, you could endure the livery of a nun. Thrice blessed they that master sow their blood to undergo such maiden pilgrimage, but earthlier happy is the rose distilled than that which withering on the virgin thorn grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause. And by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me for everlasting bond of fellowship, upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazy title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander, he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him, and she is mine, and all my right of her I do instate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes everywhere is fairly ranked, if not with vantage, as Demetrius's. And, which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Nader's daughter Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I had heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof. But being so full of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But come, Demetrius, and come, Aegeus, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both.
Private schooling?
For you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate, to death or to a vow of single life. Come, HIPPOLYTA, what cheer, my love? Oh. Demetrius and Aegeus, go along. I must employ you in some business against our nuptial and confer with you of something nearly that concerns yourselves.
With duty and desire we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well bedeem them from the tempest of mine eyes.
How weak. For aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth. But either it was different in blood.
Oh, cross too high to be enthralled so low.
Or else misgapped in respected years.
Oh, spite! Too old to be engaged, too young.
Or else it stood upon the choice of friends.
Oh, hell! To choose love but by another's eyes.
Or, if there were a sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lighting in the colleague night, that in his spleen unfolds both heaven and earth, and ere a man hath power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quick bright things come to confusion.
If then true lovers have ever been crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our trial patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears. Oh, poor fancy followers.
A good persuasion. Therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house a remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only heir. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me then, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena to do observance to a morn of May, there will I stay.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus' doves, by that which knitteth souls and prospers love, and by that fire that burned the cartilage queen when the false Trojan at her sail was seen, by all the vows that ever men have broke, a number more than ever woman spoke. In that place thou hast appointed me. Tomorrow, truly will I meet with thee.
You promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? But fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair, oh happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue's sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear, when wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear. Sickness is catching, oh, her favor so. Yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye. My tongue should touch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown on him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
Oh, his folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty, would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place. Before the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh, then what graces in my love do dwell, that he hath turned a heaven unto hell.
Helen, to you our minds will unfold tomorrow night. When Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time that lovers' flights doth still conceal, through Athens' gates have we devised a seal.
And in the wood where off you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying of our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there my Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends in stranger companies. Oh, farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our sight from lover's food till morrow's deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, and you, as you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities. Things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love of any judgment taste, wings and no eyes figure unheedy haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled. As waggish boys in games themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved in showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight, then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her, and for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense, but herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have a sight thither and back again.
Later that day, in the home of average carpenter and aspiring playwright Peter Quince, he and his fellow tradesfolk gather to discuss their proposed performance for the wedding celebrations of Theseus and Hippolyta.
Is all our company here?
Well, you had best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Yes. Okay. Here is the scroll of every man's name, which is thought fit through all of Athens to play in our wedding before the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point. Right?
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
Oh, very good piece of work, I assure you. And a merry. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters.
Right, answer as I call you. Nick Bottom, the Weaver.
Ready. Name what part I am for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
Pyramus. And what is Pyramus, a lover or a tyrant?
Oh, a lover that kills himself, most gallant for love.
Oh, that will ask some tears in the true performing of it if I do it. Let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole to some measure.
Okay.
The rest, yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Hercules, really, or a part to tear a cat in and make all split. The raging rocks and the shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus Carr shall shine from far and make and mar the foolish fates.
Okay.
Come on, that was lofty.
Amazing. Iconic performance,
Right,
honestly.
thank you. Now, name the rest of the players. This Hercules vain, a tyrant's vain, a lover is more condoling.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
Ooh, what is a Thisbe? A wandering knight?
It is the lady. It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, Faith, let me not play a woman. They earn only 2/3 as much, you know.
That's all one. You shall play it in a mosque, and you may speak as small as you will. It'll be funny.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thyssen, Pyramus, lover dear, thy Thisbe dear, and a lady dear.
No, Nick, you must play Pyramus. And Flute, you Thisbe. All right, just keep me sane.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling, the tailor. Robin.
Here, Peter Quince.
Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Okay, Tom Snout, the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus's father, myself, Thisbe's father, Snug the joiner, Snug the joiner. You, the lion's part. And I knew you wanted it. I hope. Here is a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you, if it be, give it me, for I am slow of study.
Oh, you may do it extempore, for it's nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar. That will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar. That will make the Duke say, let him roar again. Let him roar again.
No, and you shall do it too terribly. You would fright the Duchess and the ladies so that they would shriek, and that, Nick, were enough to hang us all.
I mean, ladies and gentlemen, one-man show. It's too good. You know, we can't get into too much at once.
I grant you, friends, that if you should fright the ladies out of their wits, that they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice so that I will roar you as gently as were any sucking dove. I will roar you that 'twere any Nightingale.
Nick, you can play no part by Pyramus. No part for Pyramus. Oh, Pyramus is a sweet-faced man. He's a proper man, as one shall see in a summer's day. A most lovely gentleman-like man. Therefore, you, Nick Bottom, must needs play Pyramus.
Yeah, you got it.
Well,
I mean, who else, man? You know what I mean? Like, who else can do it?
Undertake it, okay? I'll undertake it. You pushed me. All right. Now, what beard were I best to play it in?
Oh,
Well, I will discharge it in either your straw-colored beard, or your tawny orange beard, or your purple and grain beard, or your French crown beard. That perfect yellow.
Oh, some of your French crowns have no hair at all. Then you shall play fair face. But, okay. Back to earth. Masters. Here are your parts.
You.
And I am here to request you and desire you to con them by tomorrow night. And meet me in the palace wood, a mile without the town by moonlight. There we will rehearse. For if we meet in the city, we shall be dogged with company and our devices known. Now, in the meantime, I will draw a bill of properties, such as our play once. All right. That's everything. I pray you. Fail me not.
Yes.
Fail me.
That's right. We will meet. And there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains. Be perfect. Adieu.
Okay, adieu.
Duke's Oak, we meet.
Enough. Hold or cut bowstrings. Come on.
Vince, do I get a part? As darkness falls and the border between realms grow thinner, we find ourselves in the wood, just outside Athens, at the edge of a Fey gathering.
How now, spirit, whither wander you?
It seems a cowslip has been stuck in my throat. Over hill, over dale, there a bush, there a briar, over park, over hill, there a flood, there a fire. I do wander everywhere. Swifter than the moon sphere, and I do serve the fairy queen. Oh, to do her orbs upon the green. The cowslips tall, her pensioners be. In their gold coat spots, you see, those be rubies, those be fairy favors. In those freckles live their savors. I must go seek some dewdrops here. Oh, and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thou love of spirits, I'll be gone. Our queen and all our elves come here anon.
Audience, the king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed, the queen come not within his sight, for OBERON is passing fell and wrath, because that she as her attendant hath a lovely boy stolen from a distant king. She never had so sweet a changeling, and jealous OBERON would have the child knight of his train. Yummy. To trace the forests wild, but she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green. By fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen, but they do square, that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape and making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are you not he that frights the maidens of the villagery, skim milk and sometimes labor in the corn, and bootless make the breathless housewives churn, and sometime make the drink to bear no barm, mislead night wanderers, laughing at their harm. Those that hobgoblin call you in sweet puck, you do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are you not he?
Thou speakest right. I am that merry wanderer of the night. Yeah, I mean, I jest the Oberon and make him smile when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal, and sometime lurk I in a gossip's bowl in the very likeness of a roasted crab, and when she drinks against her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap pour the ale. The wisest aunt, telling the saddest tale, sometimes for 3-foot stool mistaketh me. Then I slip from her bum, down topples she, and Taylor cries, and falls into a cough, and then the whole clare hold their hips and laugh, and waxen in their mirth and knees, and swear a merrier hour was never wasted there. But room fairy, here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress. Oh, wish that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous Oberon? Fairy, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton, am I not thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of Corin sat all day, playing on pipes of corn, and versing love to amorous PHILOSTRATE. Why art thou here, come from the farthest steppe of India? That forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, your buskined mistress, and your warrior love, to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How can thou thus for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love for Theseus? Didst thou not lead him through the glimmering night? From Perigenia, whom he ravished, and make him with fair Adel break his faith with Ariadne and Antiopa.
These are the forgeries of jealousy, and never since the middle summer spring met we on hill and dale, forest or mead, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, or in the beached margent of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind, but with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain, as in revenge have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which falling in the land of every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. No night is now with him or carol blessed. For the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air, that rheumatic diseases do abound. And thorough this distemperature, we see the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frosts, far in the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and on old Hyam's thin and icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds, is as in mockery set. Spring, summer, the chilling autumn, angry winter change their wonted liveries, and the mazed world by their increase now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was votaress of my order. and spiced Indian air by night. Full often hath she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, mocking the embarked traders on the flood, and we have laughed to see the sails conceive and grow big-bellied with the wanton wind, which she, with pretty and with swimming gait following, whom then rich with my young squire, would imitate and sail upon the land to fetch me trifles and return again. From a voyage rich with merchandise. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die, and for her sake do I rep her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare thy haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies away! We shall chide downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest, since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all armed. A certain aim he took at a fair vessel thrown by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. But I might see young Cupid's fiery shaft quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon, and the imperial vortitress passed on in maiden meditation, fancy-free. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound, and the maidens call it dote in idolatry? Love in idleness. Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on a sleeping eyelid's laid will make a man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again, ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing she then waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, wolf, or bull, or meddling monkey, or busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear this conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me they were stolen into this wood, and here am I, enwoed within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but yet you draw not iron, for my heart is as true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not, in plainest truth, tell you that I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that, do I love you the more? I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel, spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me, only give me leave, unworthy as I am to follow you. What worser place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog?
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much, to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night, and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not the night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night. Nor doth this wood lack worlds of company, for you and my respect are all the world. Then how can it be said I am alone when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee, and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies, and Daphne holds the chase. The dove pursues the griffin, the mild hind makes speed to catch the tiger. Bootless speed when cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I will not stay thy questions. Let me go. Or if thou follow me, do not believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
I in the temple, in the town, in the field, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius! Your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee, and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
Ah, I pray, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where the oxlips and the nodding violets grow, quite over-canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses, and with, oh, what's the one? The prickly one. Ah, eglantine, that one. There sleeps Titania some time of the night. Lulled in these flowers with dances and delight, and the snake throws her enameled skin weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. And with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing they espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the one by the Athenian garments he hath on. Affect it with some care that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Elsewhere, in another part of the woods, where the moss grows thick and soft, and flowers bloom in heavy abundance, Queen Titania and her retinue settle in for sleep.
Now, a roundel and a fairy song. Then, for the third part of a minute hence, some to kill cankers in the musk rose buds, some war with river mice for their leathern wings, to make my small elves coats, and some keep back the clamorous owl that nightly hoots and wonders at our quaint spirits. Sing me now asleep, then to your offices, and let me rest.
You spotted snakes with double tongue, only hedgehogs be not seen. Roots and blind worms do no wrong. Come not near our fairy queen. Fill a bell with melody, sing our sweet lullaby. La 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 lullaby. La 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 lullaby.
Bum, bum,
Never
bum.
harm, nor spell, nor charm. Come our lovely lady night.
Bum, bum, bum.
So good night with lullaby.
Bum,
La
bum.
la la lullaby.
Bum, bum,
Weaving spiders, come not here.
bum, bum,
Hence,
bum.
long legs, spinners, hence.
Bum, bum,
Little
bum.
black, approach not near. Worm nor snail do no offense. Fill a mel with melody.
Bum, bum, bum.
Melody. Melody.
Bum, bum, bum.
Why, now all is well. Once aloof stands sentinel.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for the sake, be it ounce or cat or bear, pod or boar with bristled hair, in thy eye that shall appear. When thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood. And to speak troth, I have forgot our way.
What?
We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
It's so, Lysander. Find you out to bed, for yes, I upon this bank shall rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, one truth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off, do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, so then two bosoms and a single troth. Then by your side no bedroom me deny, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Who, if much beshrew my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied, but, gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off in human modesty. Such separation may well be said becomes a virtuous bachelor and maid. So, a little more. Perfect. So far be distant. And good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life ends.
Amen, amen, to that prayer say I, and then in life, when I in loyal tie. Here is my bed, we give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest I have gone, but Athenian found I none. On whose force might I approve this flower's force in stirring louvre? Night and silence. Yummy. He is here. Weeds of Athens they doth weir. This is they, my master said, despised the Athenian med, and heard the maiden sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack love, this kill Curtis I churl. Upon thy eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid sleep his seat on thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay, though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee, hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, thou darkling, leave me, do not so!
Stay, on thy peril, I will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, whereso she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. What wicked and dissembling glass of mine made me compare with Hermia's fiery eyne? But what is here? Lysander on the ground? Dead or asleep, I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And to run through fire I will for thy sweet sake, transparent Helena. Nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where's Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What though we love your Hermia, Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content? With Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. Who will not change a raven for a dove? The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says that you are the worthier maid. Things growing are not ripe till their season, so I, being young, till now ripe, not to reason, and touching now the point of human skill, reason becomes the marshal to my will, and leads me to your eyes, where I o'erlook love's stories written in love's richest book.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? It's not enough, Lysander, that I did never, no, nor never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye, but you must flout my insufficient sigh. Good troth you do me wrong, good sooth you do, in such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare you well. Perforce I must confess, I thought you a lord of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady of one man refused should of another therefore be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayest thou come Lysander near. For as a surfeit of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings. Or, as tie heresies that men do leave are hated most of those they did deceive, so thou, my surfeit and my heresy, of all be hated, but the most of me. And all my powers address your love and might to honor Helen and to be her knight.
Help me, Lysander. Help me. Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Ay me, for pity. Oh, what a dream I was here. Oh, Lysander, look how I quake with fear. Oh, methought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander? What? Removed? Lysander? Lord? What, out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word. Alack, where are you? Speak. And if you hear, speak of all loves. Oh, I swoon almost for fear. No? Oh, then I well perceive you are not nigh. Oh, either death, or you I will find immediate lie.
Despite the lovers' confusion and the surrounding chaos, Queen Titania remains fast asleep in her blooming bower, while meanwhile, under a nearby tree, the mechanicals of Athens gather for rehearsal.
Well, are we all met?
Pat, and here is a marvelous, convenient place for our rehearsal. Yes, this green plot shall be our stage. This hawthorn brake our tiring house, and we will do it in action, as we will do it before the Duke. Eh? Mm-hmm.
Nice. Quince,
what sayest thou, bully bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. I'll answer you that.
You're right. By or large in a parlous sphere, you know?
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
What? No.
I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let that prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed, and that for more better assurance, tell him that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No. Make it 2 more. Make it 8 and 8.
Wait, okay.
Right?
Yes. Will not the ladies be afeared of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourself to bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies. It's a most dreadful thing, for there is not a more fearful wild fowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell he is not a lion. Obviously.
Nay. You must name his name. And half his face must be seen through the neck. And he himself must speak through, saying thus, or to some effect. Ladies, or fair ladies, I bid you, or I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble, but my life, of course.
Roll down.
If you think I come hither as a lion, your pity on my life. No, that I am no such thing. I am a man, as other men are. And there indeed, let him name his name. Tell him plainly that he is
Snug
the joiner.
Well,
it shall be so. It shall be so. It shall be so. I will do it. Hate it, but I shall do it. Okay.
Anybody read this?
There are 2 things. That is, to bring the moonlight into the chamber. You know, Pyramus and Thisbe do meet by moonlight, and
does the moon shine that night while we play our play?
I don't know.
No? Can anyone check?
I couldn't
tell.
A
calendar. Look.
A calendar.
Almanac. Find out.
Okay.
Shine. On. Find
It doth shine that night.
Woo! Stress.
Oh, God. Well, then you can leave the casement of the great window where we play open, and the moon may shine through the casement, you idiot.
Or I have an idea. Or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lanthorn and say he comes to disfigure or present the person of moonshine.
Ooh, I like that.
No. But then there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe says the story you talk to the chink of a wall. Oh God, what are we gonna do?
Well, you can never bring in a wall. You
No,
know?
we can't. That's a problem.
What say you, Bottom?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, some man or other must present wall, and let him have some plaster, some loam, or some rough cast about him to signify wall, and let him hold his fingers thus. And
thus?
That cranny, yes, shall Pyramus and Thisbe a whisper.
No.
If that may be.
Guys.
Well, all right. Guys, we're thinking outside the box. Come, sit down, sit down. Every mother's son, rehearse your parts, huh? Pyramus. Right, Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into that break and show everyone according to his cue. All right, let's do this.
What's my cue? I don't know my cue.
Just roll.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen? Play toward, I'll be an auditor, an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus! Speak, stand forth!
Thisbe, the flowers of Odious savor sweet.
Odors!
Odors savor sweet. So hath thy breast, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou here a while, and by I to thee will appear.
I didn't hear a voice.
A stranger Pyramus then airplayed here. Oh, jeez. Hee 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 hee.
Must I speak now?
Mary, yes, must you? You must understand, he goes but to see a noise that he heard and is to come again.
But I didn't hear a noise.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like the red rose on the triumphant briar, most brisky juvenile and eke, most lovely you, as true as truest horse that yet would never tire, I'll meet thee, Pyramus, by Ninny's tomb.
Ninny's tomb, man, why you must not speak that yet, oh God, you answer to Pyramus, oh God, you speak all your parts at once, cues and all. Oh. Pyramus, enter, your cue is past, it is never tire.
As true as truest horse that yet would never tire.
If I were fair Thisbe, I were only thine.
Oh, monsters! Oh, strange! Masters, fly! Masters, help!
No! I don't like it!
I'll follow you. I'll lead you about around, through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometimes a horse I'll be, sometimes a hound. Sometimes a headless bear, sometimes a fire, and neigh, and bark, and grunt, and roar, and burn like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire at every turn.
Why do they run away? This is a knavery of them to make me afeared.
Oh! Bottom! Thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an asshead of your own, do you?
Bless thee, bottom. Bless thee. Thou art translated.
What? Oh, I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me. To fright me, if they could. But I will not stir from this place. Do what they can. I will walk up and down, and I will sing, and they will hear that I am not afraid. The outselcock so black of hue, with orange of tawny bill, the thistle with a note so true, the wren with little quill.
The angel wakes me from my flowery bed.
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo gray, whose note fills so many man doth mark, and dare not answer nay. Well, for who indeed, who would his wit is so foolish a bird? I would give the bird the lie, though he cry cuckoo never so.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair virtue's force perforce doth move me on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. And more the pity that some honest neighbors will not make them friends. Nay. I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
I'll do. Not so neither. But if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I would have enough to serve my own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grossness so, that thou shalt like an airy spirit go.
Oh.
Peace blossom, cobweb, moth, and mustard seed.
Ready.
Hey,
And I.
Guy.
where shall
Where
we
shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humble bees, and for night tapers crop their waxen thighs, and light them at the fiery glowworm's eyes, to have my love to bed and to arise, and pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesize.
Hail, mortal.
Oh.
Hail.
Oh. My. Well, I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Web?
Oh, I shall desire more acquaintance, good Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, good honest gentleman?
Peas Blossom.
I pray you, good Master Peas Blossom, commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and to Master Peas Cod, your father. Good Master Peas Blossom, I shall desire of more acquaintance of you too. Your name, I beseech you, sir?
Mustard seed.
Oh, good Master Mustard Seed. I know your patience well. That same cowardly, giant-like ox beef hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. I promise you, your kindred had made mine eyes water ere now. Excuse me. I shall desire more acquaintance of you, good Master Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him. Lead him to my bower. Moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue. Bring him silently.
And so here our curtain metaphorically descends, as I will ask my cast to cover the cameras, mute themselves, and run off for brief intermission. But don't worry, we're not leaving you alone. We've got a little mid-show entertainment for you. So go refresh your own drinks. We'll resume in about 5 minutes. Try again. Volume up. And drunkards barely 20, there are those whose cups are empty, and the summer overboard. Sit down and pick your poison, with whatever drink you've chosen. We'll toast and raise our voice, and then together we'll face the world. There are some that toast with whiskey. Okay, I think I've got to keep up. We'll try again. Volume up. Plenty. And drunkards barely 20, there are those whose cups are empty, and the summer overboard. Sit down and pick your poison, with whatever drink you've chosen. We'll toast and raise our voice, and then together we'll face the world. There are some that toast with whiskey, you'll find it makes them frisky. There's always yet more whiskey, knocking shots for every cue. Over beer or wine or coffee, drink it hot or nice or frosty. Keep your wits from getting saucy, just enjoy whatever you do. There are some that take enjoyment from endless act of employment, while you choose employment doing sit-ups upon the floor. But whatever you are craving, with our company and staging, we just hope to be engaging, so you'll always come back for more. From afar or at the table, wherever you are able, to join in song or fable, let our joy be intertwined. But our heart can miss no pleasure, so let's drink and honor measure to the life of we treasure, for they always are on our mind. Oh, so the folks plenty, and drunkards barely 20, there are those whose cups are empty, and the summer overboard. Let's sit down and pick your poison, with whatever drink you've chosen. We'll toast and raise our voice, and then together we'll face the world. We'll toast and raise our voice, and then together we'll face the world.
Cheers!
Hi, I'm Cobweb. I'll be drinking wine, and I think Bottom's gonna get the most drunk. Hello, it's Hermia here. I'm drinking a hot toddy, and I am a little worried about Helena. The thighs are gonna be really, really sore.
Hi, it's Helena, and I'm going to be doing squats. And I think that Demetrius is going to get the most messed up tonight.
Hey, I'm Demetrius. I'm drinking a Midsummer martini, and I think Lysander's gonna get messed up.
I'm Lysander, and I think the bottom's gonna get the most drunk.
Hi, I'm Titania. I'm drinking Dr. Pepper. Very concerned about my fairy snout. She's going to be eating a lot of Nutella for this show, and I'm a little worried that she's going to get sick and vomit all over the ground, and I'm not cleaning up the forest for her. So, cheers, sweetie.
Hello, I am Obert, king of the fairies. I will be drinking Coca-Cola, and I believe autumn bottoming out, if you know what I mean.
Hi, I'm Snug the Joiner, and my thighs really hurt because I have to squat every time someone says night or summer, but Flute's gonna get the drunkest, but she keeps forgetting the Q word and drinking just in case.
Flute here, I'll let you know that I think Fizzby's going to get the most wasted.
Wait, I played this beat.
On the wall, and I think Bottom is gonna get the drunkest tonight.
Hello, my name is Puck. I am doing a juice cleanse, and I think that Peter Quince is going to have the worst time.
Peter Quince, not particularly enjoying this part or anything like that, but I suppose if I were to predict who is to get the most as we say fucked up, it would be Bottom.
Hello, this is Bottom, and I am going to be drinking an old-fashioned, and I think the person that's going to get most messed up is going to be Snout, because he's never had a drink before in his life. This is very empty.
Hi, so I'm the cast swing and the director, and I'm going to be drinking whatever I have left in my house, and I'm pretty sure that you, the audience, are going to get the drunkest and or messed up on this one, because we at least rehearse our drinking. And there we go. Sorry. Technical issues get more fun when I start drinking. So anyway, cheers and welcome to Act 2 of A Midsummer Night's Drink.
We resume our story in the fantastical forest of Athens, a little ways off from Queen Titania's verdant grove.
I wonder if Titania be awaked. Then what it was that next came in her eye, which she must dote on an extremity. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rule about this haunted grove?
My mistress with the monster is in love.
What?
Yeah, near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals that worked for bread upon Athenian stalls were met together to rehearse a play intended for the great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick skin of that barren sort who Pyramus presented in their sport forsook his scene and entered in a break when I did him at this advantage take an ass's knoll I fixed on his head.
Oh, go on, keep going.
At his sight, away his fellows fled. I led them on this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated dear when in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out much better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenians' eyes with the love juice as I did bid thee do?
I took them sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by their side, that when they waked, of course she must be eyed.
Stand close, this is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man?
Why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I could use thee worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in their sleep, being, oh, shoes in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. Oh, the sun was not so true until the day is them to me. Would they have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I believe as soon this whole earth may be bored, and that the moon may through the center creep, and so displease her brother's moontide with antipodes. Oh, it cannot be, but thou hast murdered him. Oh, so would a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart by your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Oh, good Demetrius, wilt thou give them me?
I had rather give their carcass to my hounds.
God.
Out. Dog, out. Carr, thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden patience. Oh, hast thou slain them then? Oh, henceforth be never numbered among men. Oh, once tell true, even for my sake. Dost thou look upon them being awake, and hast thou killed them sleeping? Oh, brave touch. Oh, could not a worm, an adder, do so much? Oh, an adder did it with a doubler tongue than thine, thou serpent never adder stung.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood.
Oh.
Or are they dead? For aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that they are well.
And if I could, what should I get there for?
Oh. A privilege. Never to see me more, and from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether they be dead or no.
No, There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe, which now in some slight measure it will repay. If for his tender, here I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love sight. Of thy misprision must perforce ensue some true love turned, not a false turned true.
Then fatal rules, that one man holding troth, a million fail, confounding oath on oath.
About the wood, go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. All fancy sick she is, and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go. Look how I go. I'm very fast, swifter than the arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archer eye, sink in apple of his eye, when his love he doth espy, let her shine as glorious lie as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to wake.
Then will two at once woo one? That must needs be sport alone, and these things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I should ruin scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vows so born in their nativity, all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more, when truth kills truth. Oh, devilish holy fray! These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me put in two scales will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helena, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine. To what, my love, shall I compare thine eyne? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe in show thy lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow. Ah, that pure congealed white, high Taurus snow, fanned with the eastern wind, turns to a crow when thou holdst up thy hand. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you are all bent to set against me for my merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me, as I know you do, but you must join in souls to mock me too? If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so to vow and swear and superpraise my parts when I am sure you hate me with your hearts. You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena. A trim exploit, a manly enterprise to conjure up tears in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia. This you know I know, and here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love, I yield you up my part, and yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as guest-wise sojourned, and now to Helen is home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou abide it dear. Look where thy love comes, there is thy dear.
dark night, that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quip of apprehension makes. Oh, wherein it doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not my eye, Lysander, found. Oh, my ear, I thank it. It brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly dost thou leave me so?
Why should he stay whom love doth press to go?
What could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, that would not let him bide fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all you fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could not this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Oh, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us? Oh, is all forgot? All school days' friendship, childhood innocence? And will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with them in scorning your poor friend? It is not friendly. 'Tis not maidenly. Our sex as well as I may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander, as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine, and rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within their soul, and tender me, forsooth, affection? But by your setting on, by your consent. What, though I be not so in grace as you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, but miserable most to love unloved? This you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persever. Counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink at each other, hold the sweet jest up. This sport well carried shall be chronicled. If you had any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare ye well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which death or absence shall soon remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena. Hear my excuse, my love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
We do not scorn her so.
She cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. My threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee, to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, where to tends all this?
Away, you stewed prune.
No. They'll seem to break loose, take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You are a tame man. Go.
Hang off, thou cat, thou bird, vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Oh, why are you grown so rude? What change is this? Oh, sweet love.
I love out. Rum-fed Runyon, out. Loathed medicine, hated potion, hence.
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What? Should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
Oh.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Oh, wherefore? Oh, me, what news, my love? Am not I Hermia? Are not you Lysander? Am I as fair now as I was erewhile? Oh, since night you loved me. since night you left me. Why then, you left me. Oh, the gods forbid. In earnest, shall I say?
By my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore, be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain, nothing truer, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh, me. You, juggler. You, canker blossom. You thief of love. What, have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from them?
Light of faith, have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What, will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive she hath made some compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height, forsooth she has prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem because I'm so dwarfish and so low? How low am I? Thou painted maypole, speak! How low am I? Oh, I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach into thine eyes!
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me! I was never cursed, I have no gift at all in shrewishness. I am a right maid for my cowardice! Let her not strike me! You may perhaps think she is something lower than myself that I can match her.
Oh, lower! Hark again!
God, Hermia, do not be so bitter with me! I evermore did love you, Hermia, did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you. Save that in love unto Demetrius, I told him of your stealth and this wood. He followed me for love, I followed him, but he hath chid me hence, and threatened me, nay, to spurn me, strike me, to kill me too. And now, so you let me quite go to Athens, will I bear my folly back, and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Oh, why, get you gone! Who is that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Be not afraid, she will not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, and she's angry. She is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school. And though she be but little, she is fierce.
Again, nothing but low and little. Why will you allow her to flout me thus? Oh, let me come to her!
Get you gone, you dwarf, you minimus of hindering, not brass made, you bead, you acorn.
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena. Take not her part, for if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abide it.
Now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest, to try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow. Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by Jove.
Mistress, all this coil is long of you. Oh, nay, go not back.
I will not trust you. I no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away!
Oh, oh, I am amazed. Oh, I know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else commits thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the person by the Athenian garment he had on? And So far blameless proves my enterprise that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes, and so far I am glad so did it sort. At this their jangling I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hie therefore, Robin, overcast the night. The starry welkin cover thou anon with drooping fog as black as a cairn, and lead these testy rivals so astray as one come not within another's way. Like to Lysander, sometime frame thy tongue, and then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong, and then sometime rail thou like Demetrius, and from each other look thou lead them thus, till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep, then crush this herb into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all error from his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. Were they next awake, all this derision shall seem a dream, and fruitless vision. And back to Athens shall the lovers wend, with league whose death shall never end. Whilst I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her changeling boy. And then I will her charmed eye release from monsters' view, and all things will be peace.
Oh, my fairy lord, this must be done with haste, for night's swift dragons cut the clouds boldly. And yonder shines roars harbinger, at whose approach ghosts wandering here and there troop home to churchyards. Damned spirits all that in crossways and floods have burial, already to their wormy beds have gone. For fear lest day should look their shames upon, they willfully exile from light, and must for aye consort with black-browed night.
But we're spirits of another sort. I with the morning love have oft made sport, and like a forester the groves may tread, even till the eastern gate, all fiery red, opening on Neptune, with fair blessed beams turn into yellow gold his salt streams. But notwithstanding, haste, make no delay, we may effect this business yet ere day.
Oh, yeah. Up and down, up and down. I will lead them up and down. I am feared and field in town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to planar ground.
Lysander, speak again. Thou runaway, thou coward, art thou fled? Speak! In some bush? Where dost thou hide thy head?
Oh God, what do they sound like? Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou look'st far wars, and wilt not come? Come, recreant, come, thou child. I'll whip thee with a rod. He is defiled that draws the sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice, will try no manhood here.
Yes. He goes before me, and still dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. This villain is much lighter heeled than I, and I followed fast, but faster he did fly. That fallen am I in a dark, uneven way, and here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day, for if thou but show me thy grey light, I'll find Demetrius, and revenge this spite.
Coward, why comest thou not?
Abide me, if thou darest, for well I wot thou runst before me, shifting every place, and darest not stand and look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, then thou mockst me. by this deer, if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. At by day's approach, look to be visited.
Oh, weary night. Oh, long and tedious night. Abate thy hour. Shine comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight from these that my poor company detest. Oh, and sleep, that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye. Oh, steal me a while from mine own company.
Yet but three? Come one more. Two of both kinds make up four. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Oh, never so wary. Never so in woe.
Oh.
Dabbled with dew and torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Oh, well, here will I rest me till break of day. Oh, heavens, shield Lysander. If they mean a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye gentle L'Oreal remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye, and the country proverb known that every person shall take their own, in your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have to Jill, naught shall go ill, that person shall have their mare again, and all will be.
While the lovers drift deeper into their enchanted sleep, the queen, her unlikely consort, and the fairy court return to her floral throne.
Sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek, smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Ooh. Oh. Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready.
Oh, scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Ready?
Monsieur Cobweb? Oh, good monsieur. Get you your weapons in hand and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on the top of a thistle. Oh, and good monsieur, bring me the honey bag. And do not fret yourself too much action, monsieur. Oh, and good monsieur, have a care with the honey bag and break not. I would loathe to have you overflown with the honey bag, good monsieur. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready.
Give me your neef, good Monsieur Mustard Seed. I pray you. Leave your courtesy, good monsieur.
What's your will?
Oh, nothing, good monsieur, but to help Cavalry Cobweb to scratch. Yes. Oh. must to the barber go, monsieur. Oh, for methinks I am marvelously hairy about the face, and I am such a tender ass. If my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
What? Wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
Oh, yes. I have a reasonably good ear in music. Let's have the tongs and bones.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat.
Truly a peck of provender. I could munch a good dry oats, methinks. I have a good desire to a bottle of hay. Good hay. Sweet hay. Hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
Oh, I had rather have a handful or two of peas. But I pray you, let none of your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep to come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. So doth the woodbine, the sweet honeysuckle gently entwist, the female ivy so enrings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity, for meeting her of late behind the wood, seeking sweet favours for this hateful fool, I did upbraid her and fall out with her. For she is hairy temples and had rounded with a cornet and fragrant fresh flowers, and that same dew that sometime on the buds was wont to swell like round and orient pearls, stood now within the pretty floret's eyes like tears that did their own disgrace bewail. When I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience, I then did ask of her changeling child, which straightway she gave me, and her fairy sent it to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy. I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. And, gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he awakening when the other do, may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexations of a dream. But first, I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou was wont to be, see as thou was wont to see. Dian's bud or Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now, Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? I thought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off his head. Titania, music call, and strike more dead than common sleep of all these five the sins.
Music, oh, music, such as charmeth sleep.
Now when thou wakest with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Sound, music, come, my queen, take hands with me, and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be. Now thou and I are new in amity, and will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance. in Duke Theseus's house triumphantly, and bless it to all fair prosperity. There shall the pairs of faithful lovers be wedded with Theseus in all jollity.
Fairy King, attend and mark, I do hear the morning lark.
Then, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after the night's shade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night. That I sleeping here was found with these mortals on the ground.
As the sun slowly begins to rise, breaking through the enchanted darkness of evening, horns sound in the distance, proclaiming the arrival of one royal hunting party. It belongs to none other than that of the hero of Athens, Theseus, and his Amazonian queen and bride-to-be, HIPPOLYTA, with their retinue of hunting party.
Go, one of you, find the forester, for now our observation is performed. And since we have the voward of the day, my love shall see and hear the music of my hounds. Uncouple in the western valley, let them go. Dispatch, I say, and find the forester.
Got it.
We will, my fair queen, up to the mountain's top and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once, when in a wood of Crete they bayed the bear with hounds of Sparta. Never did I hear such gallant chiding, for besides the groves, the skies, the fountains, every region near seemed all one mutual cry. I never heard so musical a discord, such sweet thunder.
Ah, my hounds are bred out of the Spartan kind, so fluid, so sanded, and their heads are hung with these ears that sweep away the morning dew. Crook-kneed and dew-lap like the Salian bulls, slow in pursuit, but matched in mouth like bells, each under each. A cry more tunable was never hollered to, nor cheered with horn in Crete, in Sparta, nor in Thessaly. But judge when you hear. Ah, but soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep, and this Lysander, this Demetrius is, and this Helena, old Nadar's Helena. I wonder if they're being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hearing our intent, came here and grace our solemnity. But speak of Jesus, is not this the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Good morrow, friend. Well, St. Valentine is past. Begin these wood birds but to couple now.
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all, stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How come this gentle concord in the world that hatred is so far from jealousy to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly, half asleep and half waking. But as yet, I swear I cannot truly say how I came here. But as I think, for truly would I speak, and now do I bethink me, so it is, I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might without the peril of the Athenian law.
Enough! My lord, you have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away, they would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me. You are your wife and me, of my consent. Of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose unto this wood, and I in fury hither followed them. Fair Helen in fancy following me. But, my good lord, I know not by what power, but by Some power it is. My love to Hermia melted as the snow, seems to me now, as the remembrance of an idol god, which in my childhood I did dote upon, and all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and pleasure of mine eye is only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed ere I saw Hermia, but like in sickness did I loathe this food, but as in health, come to my natural taste. Now do I wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Of course this would happen to me.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we more will hear anon. EGEUS, I will overbear your will, for in the temple by and by with us these couples shall be eternally knit. And for the morning now is something worn, our purpose hunting shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3. We'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, HIPPOLYTA.
Great. Love it. Fucking great.
These things seem small and undistinguishable.
Methinks I see these things with parted eyes when everything seems double.
So methinks, and I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. Do not you think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And HIPPOLYTA?
And he did bid us follow to the temple.
Why, then we are awake. Let's follow him, and by the way, let us recount our dreams.
Ooh.
When my cue comes, call me. I will answer. Hey. Most fair pyramid. Hi ho. Peter Quince. Flute. The bellows mender. Snoot the tinker. Starveling. God's my life, stolen hence, and let me asleep. Oh, I've had the most rare vision. I've had a dream. Past the wit of men to say what dream it was. Man is but as an ass if you go to expound upon this dream. Methought I was in. There are no men that can call, that can tell what. Methought I was. And methought I had the. But man is but a patch fool. If he would offer to say what methought I had. The eyes of man have not heard, nor the ear of man have not seen. Man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream. And it shall be called Bottom's Dream. Dream. Yes. But I have no bottom. Huh? Nobody's here. And I will sing it in the latter end of the play. Before the Duke, peradventure to make it more gracious, I shall sing it at her death. Yes.
Later, In the house of the craftsman Quince and the theatrical band, minus their asinine star, sit in dismay, wondering where their enchanted friend may be.
Well, I'm stressed.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Has he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt, he is transported.
If he come not, then the play is marred. It goes forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You have not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus but he.
Now, do not tell him that I said this, but he hath simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Yeah, he had the best person too. He is a very paramour for a sweet boy.
Oh, no.
Oh.
You must say paragon. A paragon. Yes, a paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Masters! Masters!
Speak!
In through your nose, buddy. Your nose.
The Duke is coming from the temple! And there is 2 or 3 more lords and ladies to be married! If our sport had gone forward, we had all been made men!
What are we gonna do?
Anything.
Fantastic.
Sweet bully Bottom! Thus hath he lost 6 pence a day during his life. He could not have escaped 6 pence a day, and the Jew could not give him 6 pence a day for playing Pyramus. Well, I'll be hanged. Oh, served it. 6 pence a day and Pyramus was nothing.
It's like, what color's my beard?
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
Can't do this.
My missing link.
Most courageous day.
You think this was cute?
Master,
he's not dead.
I am to discourse wonders. But ask me not what, or if I tell you I am no true Athenian, right? All right, I'll tell everything. Right as it fell out.
Yes, let us hear, sweet Bottom.
Okay, no, not a word from me. All I'll tell you is that the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together, good strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps. Meet presently at the palace. Every man look or his part, for the short and long is that our play is preferred.
Yes!
Yes. In any case.
Yes.
His behalf clean linen, okay? And let him not that plays the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out like lion's claws. And, okay, dear actors, snug, eat no onions, no garlic, okay? For we are to utter sweet breath, and do not doubt, but to hear them say, it is a sweet comedy. Okay, no more words.
Okay.
Go away.
Hey, gee.
Later still, a happy return to the palace of Theseus finds the heroes' halls filled with mirth, merriment, and postmarital bliss.
Strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables, nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shapen fantasies that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. Such tricks hath strong imagination that if it would apprehend some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy. Or in the night, imagining some fear, how easy is a bush supposed to bear?
But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth in fancy's images, and grows to something of great constancy. But howsoever strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us wait in your royal walks, your bed, your board.
Come now, what masks, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Where's our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Call PHILOSTRATE!
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what abridgment have you this evening? What mask? What music? How shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delight?
There is a brief how many sports are ripe. Make choice of which your highness will see first.
The Battle of the Centaurs, to be sung by Athenian eunuch to the heart. Well, none of that. That have I told, my love, in glory of my kinsman Hercules. The riot of the tipsy bacchanals, tearing the Thracian singer in their rage. That's an old device, and it was played when I came from Thebes last a conqueror. Let's see. The thrice three muses mourning the death of learning, late deceased and beggar. That's some satire, keen and critical, but not sorting in a nuptial ceremony. Let's see this one. The tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe, very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical. Tedious and brief. That's some wondrous strange snow and hot ice. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I is known a play, but by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play there is not one word apt, one player fitted, and tragical, my noble lord, it is. For Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which when I saw rehearsed, I must confess made mine eyes water, but more merry tears the passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which never labored in their minds till now, and now have toiled their unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptial.
Oh, no.
And we will hear it.
No. My noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it, and it is nothing in the world, unless you can find sport in their intense, extremely stretched and conned with cruel pain to do you service.
I will hear that play, for never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go, bring them in, and take your places, ladies.
I love not to see wretchedness or charged and duty in his service perishing.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
He says they can do nothing in this kind.
The kinder we to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake, and what poor duty cannot do, noble respect takes it in might, not merit. Where I have come, great clerks of purpose to greet me with premeditated welcomes, where I've seen them shiver and look pale, make periods in the midst of sentences, throttle their practiced accent in their fears, and in conclusion, have dumbly broke off, not paying me a welcome. Trust me, sweet, out of this silence yet I picked a welcome, and in the modesty of fearful duty I read as much from the rattling tongue of saucy and audacious eloquence. Love, therefore, and tongue-tied simplicity in least speak most in my capacity.
So please your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
Right. If we offend, it is with our goodwill. That you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill. Now, to show our simple skill, that is the true beginning of our end. Well, consider then, we come but in despite. No, we do not come as minding to contest you. Our true intent is more for your delight if we are not there. Now, that you should here repent you, the actors are at hand. And by their show, you shall know all that that you are like to know.
This fellow doth not stand upon points.
He hath read his prologue like a rough colt. He knows not to stop. A good moral, my lord, is it not enough to speak, but to speak true?
Indeed, he hath played on his prologue like a child on a recorder, sound but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired, but all disordered. Who's next?
Come in, okay. Whew. Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show. But wonder on, till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady Thisbe is Selden. This man, with lime and rough cast, doth present wall, that vile wall, which did these lovers sunder, and through wall's chink poor souls they are content to whisper. At the which let no man wonder, this one with lanthorn, dog and bush of thorn, presenteth moonshine. For, if you will know, by moonshine did these lovers think to scorn to meet at Ninus' tomb there to woo. This grisly beast, which Lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe coming first by night, did scare away all, rather to fright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which Lion vile with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe mantle slain. Whereat, with bloody, blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast, and Thisbe, tarrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew, and died. For all the rest, let Lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain at large discourse, where there they do remain.
My lord, now.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
Oh, no wonder, my lord. One lion may, when many asses do.
And this interlude, it does befall that I, once now by name present, a wall, and such a wall as I would have you think, that had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did whisper often very secretly, this loam, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I am the same wall, the truth is so. And this the cranny is right and sinister, through which the fearful levels are to whisper.
But you're very still.
Would you desire lime and hair to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard. Discourse, my lord.
Pyramus draws near the wall.
Oh, Grimlook Knight. Oh, night with hue so black. Oh, night, whichever other day is not. Oh. Oh, night. Oh, night. Oh, night.
No.
Alack, alack. Alack. Ah! I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot. And thou, O wall, oh sweet and lovely wall, Thou standest between my father's house and thine. Thou war, war, oh sweet and lovely war. Show me thy chink, that I may blink through mine eye. Oh, thanks, courteous war. Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. Oh, war. Through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for this. Oh.
The wall, methinks being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now. So you shall see. It will fall pat, as I told you, yonder.
Three.
Oh, wall, full often hast thou heard my moans, for parting my Pyramus and me, my cherry lips have often kissed thy stones.
Oh,
thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
Ah, I see a voice. Now I will to the chink to spy, and I hear my Thisbe's face. Oh, Thisbe!
My love thou art, my love I think.
Oh, but think what thou wilt, I am thy lover's grace, and like Lymander, I am trusty still.
And I like Helen till the fates me kill.
Oh, not Shaphalus to Procreus was so true.
Oh, as Shaphalus to Procreus, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the wall of this vile wall.
We didn't rehearse that. Gross.
My love, I kiss the walls whole, and not your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's to meet me straight away?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
You know, migraine coming on.
Thus have I, wall. I part discharge it so. And being done, thus while away doth go.
At a shower.
Oof. Now is the mural town between the two neighbors.
No remedy, my lord, when walls are so willful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst are no worse, if imagination amend them.
Must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here come two noble beasts, a man and a lion.
You ladies, you whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here when lion in wildest rage doth roar. Know that I, one Line?
Snug the joiner.
Snug the joiner am. A lion fell, or else no lions damn, for if I as lion come in strife into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
Very gentle beast, and of good conscience.
Very best at a beast, my lord, that e'er I saw.
Roar!
This lion is a very fox for his valor.
True, and a goose for his discretion.
Oh, not so, my lord, for his valor cannot carry his discretion, and the fox carries the goose.
His discretion, I am sure, cannot carry his valor, for the goose carries not the fox. It is well, leave it to his discretion, and let us listen to the moon.
This lantern doth the horned moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
There's no crescent, and his horns are invisible within the circumference.
The moon is speaking.
This lantern doth the horned moon present. Myself, the man in the moon, do seem to be, and I would.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put in the lantern. How is it else the man in the moon?
Well, he dares not come there for the candle, for you see it is already in snuff.
I am weary of this moon. Would he would change?
It appears by his small light of discretion that he is in the wane. But yet, in courtesy and all reason, we must stay the time.
Proceed, moon.
All I have to say is to tell you that the lantern is the moon, and I, the man in the moon, this thorn bush is my thorn bush, and this dog, woof, 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 is my dog! Ah!
Why all these should be in the lantern? For all these are in the moon. Oh, but silence. Here comes Thisbe. Sorry. Shh.
Oh. Why, this is old Ninny's tomb, but where is my love? Peary! Here and there, so Peary! Huh?
Right.
Flute, it's me, Snug! It's Snug! I'm not a lion!
Well roared, lion.
Well run, Thisbe.
Well shown, moon. Truly the moon shines with a good grace.
Well mouthed, lion.
And so the lion vanished?
And then comes Pyramus.
Oh, great.
Oh, sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright, for thy gracious, golden gleaming, glittering gleams. I trust to take the truest Thisbe's sight. But stay, oh spite, but mark, oh poor knight. My dreadful doll is here. Oh, eyes, do you see? How could it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear, thy mantle good, what, stained with blood? Oh, approach, ye fairies fair. Oh, fate, come, come, cut thread and from, quail, crush, conclude, and quell.
This passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
True, my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou lion's frame? Since lion vile hath deflowered my dear, which is No. Which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears, confound. Ow, that burns. Oh, that's alcohol. Ow. Ow! Sword and wound. The pepper pyramid. Aye. That left pep, that's really alcohol. That burns so bad. Yes. That pep where heart doth hop. No! Thus I die. Thus. Oh. Now I am dead. Now I am fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Go, get out. Go. Oh. Now I die. Die. Die.
No, die.
Die.
Oh.
Die. Oh.
As I said, no die, but an ace for him, for he is but one.
Less than an ace, man, for he is dead. He is nothing.
True.
With the help of a surgeon, he might yet recover and improve an ass.
Chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover.
She will find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Oh, God.
Oh, rude lion.
He thinks she should not use a long one for such a pyramus. I hope she'll be brief.
A moat will turn the balance. Which Pyramus, which Thisbe is the better, he for a man, God warrant us, she for a woman, God bless us.
She is fine already with those sweet eyes.
Oh, and thus she means virilicet.
Piri, oh my sweet Piri, oh, asleep, my love. What? Dead, my dove. Oh, Pyramus, arise. Speak. Oh, quite dumb. Oh, no. Dead. A dew must cover thy sweet eyes. Oh, these my lips. Oh, this cherry nose. Oh, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone. Lovers, make moan. Ow. His eyes were green as leeks. Oh, sister three, come to me with hands as pale as milk and lay them in gore, since you have shore which shears his thread of silk. Why, oh, tongue. Not a word. Ha, come, trusty sword. Yeah, come, oh, come, blade, my breast imbue. Oh, this is going to hurt. and farewell, friends. Thus, Thisbe ends. Adieu. Need blood. Adieu.
Oh.
Adieu.
Oh, wow. Moonshine and the lion are left to bury the dead.
Iron wall too.
No, I assure you, the wall is down. That part of the father's alcohol in the eye. Sorry. Will it please you to see the epilogue and hear a burgonist dance between two of our company?
No epilogue. I pray you, for your play needs no excuse. Never excuse, for when the players are all dead, there needs none to be blamed. Mary, if he that writ it had played Pyramus and hanged himself in Thisbe's garter, it would have been a fine tragedy. And so it is, truly and very notably discharged. But come, your burgomask, let your epilogue alone.
Going to become a lawyer.
The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers, to bed, 'tis almost fairy tale. Oh. I fear we shall outsleep the coming morn as much of this night as we have overwatched. This palpable gross play hath well beguiled the heavy gate of night. Meet friends, to bed. A fortnight hold we this solemnity in nightly revels and new jollity.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy plowman snores, all with weary task fordoon. Now the wasted brands do glow, whilst the screech owl, screeching loud, puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now is the time of night. So yummy. That the graves all gaping wide, everyone lets forth his sprite in the churchway paths to glide, and we fairies that do run by the triple Hecate's team from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream. Now our frolic. Not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through this house give gathering light. By the dead and drowsy fire, every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar. And this ditty after me, sing and dance it trippingly.
First rehearse your song by rote, to each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace, will we sing and bless this place.
Now, until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray. To the best bride bed will we, which by us shall blessed be, and the issue there create ever shall be fortunate. So shall all the couples three ever true in loving be. And the blots of nature's hand shall not in their issue stand, never mole, hair lip, nor scar, nor mark prodigious such as are despised in nativity, shall upon their children be. Ring. With this field do consecrate, every fairy take his gate, and each several chamber blessed, through this palace with sweet peace, and the owner of it blessed ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay, meets me all by break of day.
We shadows have offended. Think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear. Ends this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. As I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck now to scape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the puck a liar call. Are you calling me a liar? So good night unto you all. This is the last drink of the show. Give me your hands, if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.
Yay! I'm an applause of one, but I promise you there's at least a few clap emojis in the chat. Thank you all so much. Thank you, audience. Thank you, cast. Thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors. We can never say thank you enough to anyone and everyone who participates in these shows in one way or another. That includes my wonderful cast, which were, again, our King of the Fairies, OBERON and THESEUS, Tyson Hamilton, amazing. TITANIA and HIPPOLYTA, the ever fantastic Dani Carr. Huck PHILOSTRATE, the wonderful and new to our company, Shawn, Adiletta, fantastic, thank you so much. HELENA, Barbara Burns, incredible. DEMETRIUS, absolutely wonderful, done by Byrd. Lysander, the delightful Dani Burke. Yeah, we have way too many Danis in the show, but you're amazing. HERMIA, Ariel, who's also a co-producer of this performance. Sorry, it's just my little golf claps, but I love you all so much. Bottom, played by James Freer. QUINCE and EGEUS was Nathan Patterson. FLUTE/MOTH, Emma Kingsvine. Snout Mustard Seed was Danielle Cogan. Starveling Cobweb, Leia Griff. And Snug Peas Blossom, the narrator, Calvin Bryan. I was your director, and thankfully not your cast swing, since I didn't have to do anything other than sit back and enjoy the performance. Thank you again to all of you who watched the show tonight. Please tell your friends we're doing it again tomorrow, if you can believe that. We're gonna day drink and dream some more. It's only our second time ever doing 2 shows. It is going to be a whole nother live stream, so if you want to watch it again, if you want to make different choices, maybe you need to rehydrate after all of your drinking tonight, you can just drink water, or burn it away, all those fun beer calories, by doing a workout instead of drinking. Whatever you want to do. Either join us or send friends to us. But for now, thank you all so much. Should you like to continue to support us, we've got social media links down below. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, although I'm hardly ever on Twitter because I hate it. We also have a Ko-fi account. So if you didn't buy a ticket for tonight, or if you didn't buy a sponsored ticket for tonight, you can still do that before end of day tomorrow, or you can go to our Ko-fi account and tip these wonderful, fabulous performers. I don't have enough money to pay them what I think they're worth, but all the proceeds for the show are split equally between us, so that we can continue making art for you. So thank you, my friends. I'm going to clap again, and you can all clap too. I don't know if anyone wants to turn their mics on, but it's a fabulous time. We're going to take this stream away from the ye old YouTubes, but we will see hopefully many of you and many new friends again